By this point, you should have downloaded a template. Then what you're going to do, I'm going to highly recommend you delete all the slides after slide 2. So I'm clicking on slide 2. I'm scrolling down, holding down the shift key and clicking on the last slide. Press delete. Again, I clicked on slide 2. I scroll all the way down. I hold down shift and click on the last slide and it selects all the slides in the middle. Press delete. Alright, so this is my presentation and I'm going to call it the Western States. It doesn't give me a text box for a subtitle, so I'm just going to add a text box. So insert, text box, and that text box should be your name. Again, if you like this formatting up here, I'm going to highlight it. Click that little format paint button. Drag the paint across there, and now it looks the same. Shouldn't have the subtitle with your name be as big as the other, so I'm going to just make it smaller, maybe do a little rearranging so it looks good, and there we go. A reminder, if you want to recolor these slides, it's View, Master, Colors, and you choose. Again, shades of a certain color is up to you. That's perfectly fine. Shades of a color, that's fine. You can keep it the way it is, or you can change it. That's totally up to you. Or purple. Alright, so I'm done with those, so I'm just going to click close and close out of the master for now. I need to add a new slide. Let's go with this one that says blank. And you're going to insert an image of the United States time zones. And all we're going to focus on is the far western time zone, also known as the Pacific Standard Time. That's okay. Just grab a picture of all the time zones. If you want to crop things out, I'm going to click this little crop button and I'm going to crop some of this extra space out because I don't actually need it. Do you have to crop it out? No, I'm just cropping it out because, again, I don't actually need all that extra space. And click the crop. There we go. I'm going to make it a little bigger. And just a reminder with the picture, you can always, as long as the picture is selected, go to Format Options. I like to do a little drop shadow, adds a little character to it, makes it look a little less boring, and also makes it look like it's standing out. If you want to do a reflection, you can, but I think this works for me for what I want to do. A side note, I can also crop this. At here at the top, it's called a mask image, and I can like kind of shorten and soften up the edges. That's all we're going to do with this map for now. What I need to do next is to add a new slide. Actually, sorry about that. We're going to click on the title in a column, and we're going to rename this California, and population, size in miles squared, became a state. Now we're going to do that 3 more times, so I'm going to cheat. I'm going to come over here to slide 3. I'm going to right click, duplicate, and we're going to have Nevada. Right click, duplicate, and I'm going to rename this one Oregon. Right click, duplicate, and rename this one Washington. Take the next few minutes and go ahead and fill in these 3 little sections here for all 4 states. Now we're going to make this what we call an interactive map. We're going to make this an interactive map. So we're going to put some little shapes across each one of these 4 states and turn those shapes into hyperlinks. So first things first, at the top of the screen, you're going to go to the line tool, but you're going to click this down arrow on the line tool that says select line. We want the polyline. So I'm going to go big here wrong. So just to show you, you click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. It makes a shape. Here's the problem that I see students do. I'm going to go back to the polyline tool. They click, drag, and if you double click really fast, it messes up. So if it messes up, delete and start over. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, just click, move your mouse a little, click, move your mouse a little, click, move your mouse a little, click, click, click. Again, that's how we make the polyline. So I'm going to go up to the polyline tool again, and I'm going to try to outline around Washington. Notice I'm not getting perfect. I'm getting close to, but not perfect. And maybe right there, and then over. Notice it filled that color. We're going to change that later. Right now, just leave it there. Go back to the polyline tool and do the next for mostly Oregon. Again, it's okay if you mess up. Again, just press delete. It's okay if you get a little bit of Idaho in it. And if you mess up more than once, just keep working until you get it. You might want to consider starting here, because as you saw, I kept messing that part up. And keep going. Nevada. In California. Again, it's okay if it's not perfect along the coastline. We're just getting an approximate. Okay, so now that all 4 shapes are there, what you're going to do is individually, you're going to go to the shape, border color, transparent, fill color, transparent. Next shape. Border color, transparent, fill color, transparent, next shape. Border color, transparent, fill color, transparent. Last shape. Border color, transparent, fill color, transparent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make each one of those shapes be a hyperlink to the correct slide. So this was Washington. I'm going to click this button up here that says Insert Link. We're going to go to Slides in this presentation, so I click the down arrow. Ignore that. Scroll down. Find the one that we already labeled Washington and click it. Apply. That's saying it's going to Washington. Go next to Oregon. Insert link. Slides in this presentation. Scroll down. Oregon. Apply. Next. Insert link. Slides in this presentation. Nevada. Apply. Last one. Link. Slides in this presentation. California. Apply. So this is what happened so far. I'm going to click the present button. When I click on the state of Washington, it goes right to Washington. But I need to be able to get back to that map. So in order to get back to that map, again, in order to get back to that map, we need to make a button on here that says go back to the map. Okay. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it once, and we're going to put it on the slide master. So it goes like this. Insert, master, and make sure you're on the slide master that looks like these slides. So that's this one that it's already selected. Insert. I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Text box. And I'm going to call it return to map. Maybe make it a little bigger. Perhaps bold. Probably a text color white would look well here. Why is it not changing the color? There we go. All right, so I'm going to link slides in this presentation. And I'm going back to slide 2. Apply. Close out of the master. And now I have that link on these slides. So let's see what happens. Now I have this link over here that says return to map. It takes me back to the map. I can click on Nevada. I have a button here that says return to map. It takes me back to the map. If you don't like the location of that button, we can fix that. So I'm going to escape out of the presentation. View. Master. And I'm going to move this over here so people can actually find the button. So one more time, closing the master. Back to present. So I'm on California. Now there's the button to return to map. Oregon, return to map. Your final job for this assignment is to add a picture of the state flag to each one of these states. Add a picture of the state flag to each one of these states. Find an appropriate picture for slide 1, and then turn it in. Oh, sorry. Oops, I forgot something. Make sure you say where you got your template from. So again, make sure you say where you got your template. Add a picture to slide 1, add a picture to each of the slides with the states, preferably the state flag, and then turn it in.